Have you ever just gotten in your car with no plan and just explored a national park for the day? If you haven't, I highly recommend it.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Last month, my dad and I were in Washington State. We were in Seattle for 2 days before heading a couple hours west to the coast to a town called Seabrook. Now, when planning the drive between the two cities, it's clear that you take I-5 south through Tacoma and head west to the coast to Ocean Shores and then a little way up to Seabrook. This 130-ish mile route should take about 2.5 hours. However, what if you have an entire day to kill and want to experience more than just the highway? We come seeking adventure, so on a last-minute whim, we decided to take the 250-mile, 6-hour route north right up under Canada and around the edge of one of the most beautiful national parks in the country, Olympic National Park. It's been a couple days in Seattle, but now we're leaving our hotel. It'll be 2.5 hours if we just go straight there like on the regular roads, but we decided to go around the national park. It's gonna take twice as long, but should be twice as fun. In order to go north, we needed to cross Puget Sound, and to do that, you take a ferry. We took an early morning ride on the Seattle to Bremerton ferry, which lasts about an hour. It was so foggy that we didn't get to see much on the ride, but I still shamelessly wandered the boat taking pictures and certainly looked like a tourist among commuters. We were watching them dock the boat, enjoying the process, and we noticed that they were already unloading the cars on the deck below. We bolted like kids through the boat, down 2 flights of stairs, and past all the cars that were parked behind us, waiting for us to get our car out of the way. We made it. Once off the ferry, we drove about an hour and a half to the Olympic National Park Visitor Center. The park ranger helped us determine some good sights to see given our route, and we hit the road seeking some adventure. Our stops inside the park included Madison Falls, Lake Crescent, a hike into Marymere Falls, and then finally Ruby Beach. The amazing thing about this national park is how diverse the terrain is. We only saw a fraction of it, but everything we saw was so unique and different from each other, and all within just a couple hours of each other. My favorite stop was probably Ruby Beach. When I think of the beach, I typically think of condos and resorts and people everywhere. But this was not that. The trees of the forest and the national park came right up to the beach. It was really neat. Right at about 9 hours from our departure from Seattle, we pulled into our final destination of Seabrook. This resort-style town sits right on the ocean with some incredible views and amenities. My dad and I got to spend a few days there and then headed back to Seattle, the normal way to fly home. There were so many fun moments on this trip that I'm grateful for beyond just the one day exploring parts of Olympic National Park. Time with Dad is pure gold, and we did a lot in our short time together in the Northwest. We went to a Seattle Mariners game. We visited the town that we lived in when I was in middle school and high school. We walked to the Space Needle. We walked to Amazon headquarters, Pike's Place Market, the Mercer Slough. We rode the ferry. We saw a horse cow. We visited the high school from 10 Things I Hate About You. We drove over the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. We spent the night in Gig Harbor, and we flew home. My big takeaway from this time with Dad: take advantage of every minute together. And when you have the time, take the scenic route. Hey, check. Hey. This script is Seattle, or Washington. Olympic National Park, that's what this is. No battery, shoot. Teleprompter's freaking out now too. All right, Penny, you need to find somewhere to be. All right, this is Seattle Take 600. Oh, finally, dang. Okay.